Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Lara Tips. In this video, we'll be talking about how we'll be using polymorphism to refactor if-else statement. So this is the part 3 of our if-else refactoring playlist. So if you haven't watched my 2 videos earlier, then you can watch them. I'll be leaving the link just below that like button or also in that top right icon. And if you don't know about polymorphism, so it is just one thing that will act as different thing. So we'll be just switching the classes and the runtime. So if you are not getting what I am saying, then let's practically look into it and you'll understand it. So we are just showing the background color by the user type. Yeah, so now here, if you see here, we were here in our previous video. So before starting this one, I would also like to say you that if your classes do very simple thing, just like showing the background class and text class, then you can just end it here. Yeah, you don't need to refactor it further into polymorphism. But if your class is doing much more thing, then you need to do that because it will make your life very much easier. I'll give you an example. Suppose let's say you are implementing multiple payment gateways in your website, and if a user pays through that payment gateway, then you need to verify in the back end. So in that case, you can use polymorphism. So we'll create separate classes for the separate payment gateway, and they will have the verify method. Each of them will have the verify method, and that verify method on each payment gateway class will do their own verification. So in that case, it will be much more practical to refactor this into polymorphism. But here, yeah, it is just a simple classes, but you don't have to do it. But for the sake of the video, I'll be making this, but you can implement that when you are implementing the payments in your application. So first of all, let's see. In this case, we have the user type. There are two types, admin and normal. So we'll create two classes, admin type and normal type. So for every type, it must have a separate class. Okay. So now in the app, let us create a support directory and user and first class. So I am inside the support folder and user folder, and inside the user folder I will be creating normal type.php class, and another one will be admin type, like this. So I have added the class boilerplate over here and here as well. So we have normal and admin type classes. Now if we see here in the enum, so we have here two methods that are being used here. So it's a background class and text class. So we have to make sure that these two methods always exist in our this admin type and normal type classes. So for that, we have to create an interface, which is also known as contract. Yeah. So now inside this user folder, let us create user type contract. So when creating a normal class, you will just say class here, but when creating an interface, you will say interface. So here we'll define all the methods that each of these class needs. Okay. So here, if we go here in the enum, so we can simply copy these methods from here and this method from here. So interface is a contract, so where we'll define all the methods that is needed by the classes that will implement this interface. Yeah. So here we will not define any methods, we'll just declare them. Now if we go here in the admin type, so we can implement that interface, implements user type contract. Yeah. So now you can see here it is giving us this red error, and it is saying that this background class, text class, these methods are not being defined here. So it will just make sure that those two methods are always available in these classes. Yeah. So now let me just go to the contract and just copy these and paste it here. Now you can see that this red error has gone. Now this is admin type. Now if we go here in the enum, so here this admin type, this background class is returning this and text class is returning this. So let us do the same thing here. So we'll return this busy green class from here and this text green class from here. Yeah. Now let me just copy this and go to the normal type, and here also we'll implement user type contract. Yeah, and we'll just paste these things here, and the green will be yellow. So if you see here in the enum here, so it's yellow over here. Yeah, so we are just doing the same thing. Now we have done everything that we need to do, like defining the different classes for the type. Now let's see how to use this. Now if we go here in the user model, so you can see here in this type we are just returning enum this user type enum. Yeah, so we are just converting this enum into the polymorphism. Yeah, so now from here we have to return this either admin type or normal type. So we are returning from here enum, and inside the enum it would calculate the classes. Yeah, so background class or text class by looking at the value that enum would do that. Either it's admin or normal, and it will just return the value. But in this case we have to determine here whether it is either admin type class or normal type class. Yeah, so admin type class, if we call the background class, then it will give us this busy green, and normal type, if we call this background class, then it will give us yellow class. Now here, so in this type we will either get admin or normal. So you can see here guys, we are just giving the name as this. So if it's admin, then we are giving admin type, and it's normal, then we are giving normal type. Yeah, so we are just giving the class name whatever the type of the user is. So now for if it's an admin, then we have to make it admin type, and if it's normal we have to make it like this. Yeah, so let's do that. Now let us convert admin into admin type and normal into normal type. So we can just, so we are getting admin here, so we'll say UC first this type. So it will just convert this admin into like this. It will just uppercase the first letter. Okay, so now we'll just append type here. So you can see here we have just converted this admin normal small admin into this admin type. Yeah, so now if we see here, our class is inside app, support, user, and this admin type. Yeah, so now we have to return the object of this class. So this is just the class name. Now let us make a class from here. Suppose let's say it is a admin type, then we'll return here new admin type like this. And if you see here, it is being imported over here. So let me just copy this thing. So let me remove it from here, and let me add it like this. So you can see here we can write it like this also. Yeah, so now let us convert this into this. So all the other parts, let us copy it as it is, and now here we'll give class name. So we are just concatenating this with this. Yeah, so now it has the full class name. Now instead of this we can say return new class like this. Yeah, so it will be dynamically generated. So it was statically, so we have hard coded it here, but now this thing will be dynamically generated by looking at this type, either admin or normal. So if it's admin, it will return this admin class, and if it is normal, it will return this normal type class object. So it will return this. So here will not return enum. So now if you see here guys, so we are returning either normal or admin. So we cannot just add the return type here, either admin or normal. So if we see here inside, so both of them implement this user type contract. Yeah, so now we can write here user type contract here. If both of them implement the same contract, then we can return this contract, because they both will return the same contract. Everything is same guys. So we have just changed in our PHP classes section, but not in the views section. Now this type is being used in here in the dashboard blade. So just it is looping through the users and each individual user. So we are just calling the type method in the user class and then calling the background class on that. Yeah, so if we see here in this type, so we have just changed here type. So instead of enum, we are just returning this type class. If we return this, now if we go here, let's say this is returning the admin type, so it has this background class. Yeah, since we are calling this background class, so it will not give us any error. So that's why we were just copying the background class and text class and adding them into our contract and other type classes. Now if I go here in the browser and refresh the page, so guys, we are seeing this error that this class is not found. So instead of this normal type, it is also taking this curly bracket, because if we see here this backslash, then it will escape any character that is on the right hand side. So because of that, we have to give this 2 backslashes, okay, because we are using curly bracket here. Now if we go here and refresh the page, so you can see here guys, everything is working as previously. So we have successfully converted that enum into our polymorphism. Now let's see how the classes are being switched. Okay guys, so since this is coming from the dashboard controller, so let's go there. So let us find the first user first. So if we just dd the user type, then if you see here, we'll get this normal. Yeah, so the first user is type normal. Now if we do method, it will call this user type method, and let's see what it will return now. So you can see here guys, it is returning this normal type. Yeah, since it was a normal user, it is giving us the normal type class. So it is just coming from here. So now there is another user with the ID of 2, and let's see the type first. So the type of the user is admin, and if we do method here, so it is returning this admin type object. So you can see here it is all coming from here. So since it is returning this user type contract, so we can go here and we can simply call this class from here. We don't have to even look into the individual class. So suppose let's say this is returning this admin type. Yeah, so we don't have to even look into this admin type class. So since it is returning contract, we can look into this contract class, and we can be sure that these method exist in this admin type and normal type. So we are just copying this and just pasting here, and now let's see in the browser. So you can see here it is giving us the BG green. So if we just do for the first one, and it will give us the BG yellow. Now if I remove this DD and refresh the page, so you can see here guys, the background here, this thing is coming as per the type of the user, because since this one was the admin and this one was the normal user, so the background classes are being applied accordingly. Now suppose let's say that you have a third type of user, let's say a content writer, then you can just go to this support user, and now you can create a new content writer type. Yeah, so let's say you have a new content writer. So let me just copy this one, and I'll just say here content writer type, and I'll just write the name here, content writer, and let's say in case of green it will have purple. So guys, so by doing this, so you are also following solid principle, so single responsibility principle. So each type has its own responsibility, so they all are in their own classes, and also O from the solid principle, open closed principle. So now which means that if you go here in the user class, so you don't have to now modify anything in this user type. So if there is any other type, you just create a new class, and every other thing will just work as it is. Now you can see here in the content writer type, we are implementing this, so we have to make sure that we implement this contract, then we have to implement these methods, then everything will work as before. Now look at here guys, we are writing here content writer here. Yes, so user type should be like this in the database. So before we had admin and normal in the database, now in the content writer it has to be like content and type in the camel case, because if you see here in this user model, so we are calculating this like this, UC first, so it will just capitalize the first letter, so it must match the class name. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and also hit subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.